Hey, I did the color on this last night. I don't know if you can tell or not. It's actually glitter paint, which I've never done anything with it till now. But that's the what he wanted. So, but it's growing on me. I mean, it's pretty different. I like different. I sanded the body in the last video down to 400 grit. I ended up with 3 coats of the vinyl sealer. The first coat soaked into the wood. Second one kind of soaked in and kind of stayed on the surface. Third one, I had a nice even coating of my vinyl sealer. Then I did the glittery paint, and then I did more vinyl sealer, because especially when you're using instrument lacquer, you can't mix and match paints. I'm not sure what the I don't know if it would attack this paint and just create a mess. So the safest thing to do would be to spray it again with the vinyl sealer. That's what I did. That trick comes in handy when you're doing things like a guitar with 2 or 3 different colors and you don't want them to mix. If you're using a lacquer, they're going to mix and flow, and you're not going to have a clean, crisp line. So in between colors, you would spray your vinyl clear coat. On the other hand, if you're doing something like a sunburst and you're wanting it to just really flow and look good, then you would not use the vinyl, because you would want the paint to mix together and you would not want a crisp line. So now I'm going to use my good old modern clear gloss from Color Tone. They recommend putting a little retarder in with it. I think they recommend 15% by volume. I dump a little in. So I'm going to get started on clear coating this, and then we're going to get back to you. Okay, I'm starting to color sand out the body. I'm starting out with 400 grit. If you've never done this before, you probably want to start out with some 600. You start out, you're just wet sanding it. I've got my aluminum block to make sure everything stays nice, straight, and flat. And just dip it in some water. Make X's. That keeps everything flat. We don't want to sand anything by hand until we get to probably about some 2,000 grit, 1,500 grit. Of course, you're going to have to sand, the edges and around the sides and your contours. You're going to have to do that by hand. But the front and the back, you want to keep them flat so that all this hardware fits good, it looks good, sheens out of the light good. So I'm going to go from 400, 600, 1,000, 1,500. I'll take some pictures in between each one. I'm probably going to end up around 3,000, maybe even 4,000 grit. So you will see shortly how this all works out.